T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, command engine start, 2, 1.
Sounds like they're having fun up there.
Yes, you found your way. You found your way into this deep pool of water that is actually on the dark side of the moon, which is exactly where you may expect to find me on this night. No, my friends, we are headed into some deep water on this show. Hang tight with me. Follow me in here. Here we go. You ready? Follow me. Take your protein pills. Put on your helmet. We're heading into the Inspirational Space Station. From there tonight, yes, we're going to pick up a guest down there. I have my eye set on somebody for tonight's show for quite a while. Come on in here with me. Get yourself comfortable right here in my Inspiration Space Station, circling high above the Earth as we speak. Love people. Donovan's in the tiny house already. Love people. Hello. Hi, Tara. Glad to see you as well. MG Music. Glad to have you on board. You have found your way right here to my Inspiration Space Station. Tiny House Live for you, for us, all of us right here on a ViralMediaArt YouTube channel. Thanks for joining me tonight. Thanks for joining me, as always, on a Wednesday night right here, high above the hills of Petticoat with your professor. Did I mention that? Me, your professor. Glad to have you here with me. Where are we?
Tiny House Live.
That's right.
Tiny House Live.
Tiny House Live. I have some fun stuff for us tonight. Yes, I do. I've got a plan in course. I've got a plan set. I've got somebody I am looking forward to bringing into my world. We have recently had an encounter that has taken me almost 20 years to get to. I will explain more of that as I bring my guest aboard. I'm waiting right now as we go high above the planet's surface. Let me look out my window over here. I've got a little ways to go here before we go over her house. Right, I say her. There's your first clue for the evening. We might call her Dorothy. We might call her a number of things tonight. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's a meeting that I've waited quite a while to have in my Tiny House Live world, as well as my Viral Media Art, as well as my Dark Side of Oz connection. So let me. Wait a minute. I can see her now. Hang on a second. All right. Let me readjust my focus here for a second. Let me readjust my focus because I think I can actually get a clear direction on where she is at the moment. If I just kind of zoom in, me and you right now, over here in my. Okay. All right. Oh, how nice. How nice. She's sitting there right now around her Christmas tree. Gosh, do I? Yes, I'm going to do it anyway. I am going to abduct somebody off the planet's surface. And what better to bring them up and show them my Christmas tree? Let's do that. Let's do that right now. Okay, hang on. hang on. Okay, I've got my, okay, hang on. Hang on, girl. Hang on, girl. You'll be here in no time. You will be here in no time. Hang on with me. You all right? I'm glad you got your suit on. Hey. Oh, wait. Whoa. You all right? Hey, whoa. There she is.
What happened?
Teal Collins.
Where am I?
You are aboard the Inspirational Space Station with me here, Professor. Hi.
Hi.
Again, above the hills
Well,
of Petticoat.
thank you for a safe journey.
I'm glad it worked well for you. I was all pretty smooth.
Yeah,
I'm glad you got the suit that I sent you.
Yes,
and
yes.
I'm sure it helped quite a bit in your ascent.
Breathing is good.
Breathing is always good, and know that there's always oxygen below your chair down there. If you feel short of breath, it happens because people get giddy up here, and the lack of oxygen in this world of tiny houses. Well, it's not all real up here. My goodness, girl. You know what?
Yes.
I think I get the feeling from you that we really don't know each other that well, but at the same time, I also know that we have a ton of history around us.
Yes.
And even in our brief conversation from the planet's surface up here before I beamed you up, I discovered a couple things.
Yes.
So I really, tonight I'm so glad to have you with me.
Thank you for having me.
Well, let me begin to say that Teal Collins.
Yes.
We just had a great show. Number one. Let's just start off where we just were, because and we'll cover a little history as well. But we just did a fantastic show together with Pete Floyd. And Pete Floyd, if you didn't know, was at the Mystic Theater. Was it last week? Kind of time's passing fast.
It was 2 weeks ago.
It seems like. I guess it probably does.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, and it was just a fantastic show. I was lucky to pull like 4-camera video shoot and dropped a bunch of live video syncs behind Pete Floyd doing the whole Pink Floyd experience, of course. And let me shout out real now before I even forget about it for Travis James for doing such an outstanding job of the audio, which as I'm releasing all these individual songs that we did together onto my ViralMediaArt YouTube channel that we're broadcasting to right now, you can go back and check those out. And Travis did a fantastic job audio engineering. He needs that shout out, as well as Jason Baldwin, who shot some video and actually shot a very good close-up video tonight that we'll be showing when we actually reveal for the first time for me in my lifetime the urban legends sync The Dark Side of Oz, the Twister scene against The Great Gig in the Sky.
Yeah.
And obviously the vocals are done just to perfection by you.
Thank you.
And the audience, you will see, loved it. And Jason's so glad you were up front grabbing that camera view that I weaved into the entire mix done by Travis James to produce this really nice video, which for me culminated in at least 20 years of looking forward to being able to do this sync, the Urban Legends sync, with a live band. Yeah. So I'm just out of breath even thinking about it.
I can't believe it. I had no idea. We had our Pete Floyd rehearsal a little over a couple weeks ago, and we were sitting there, and actually it was at a vocal rehearsal. I said, you guys, it's great we have the lasers, but we should get some visualizations up there. Right. And they're like, we're having that at this show. I had no idea.
Oh, you didn't know?
No, I did not know how great
goodness.
that all was going to be. And I wanted to look at the audience, but also I wanted to look at the screen because there was a lot going on.
Oh, there was a lot going on. and particularly for me, too, because I was dropping 16 handmade syncs live, freehand syncing behind you. So I had to have my start places right to have them make sense.
Yeah.
And that was tough for me for things like Brick in the Wall, where we're lining up against the original Pink Floyd Professor, which I grabbed my title from, frankly.
Yeah.
And a lot of other things. I used a lot of stuff from the Pulse Tour, the Vision Bell, and some things I made myself just to put in there. But for you, the first time I've been able to actually do the Great Gig in the Sky with you doing the impeccable vocal, I want to say as Dorothy, because that's the way I see this scene. And we're gonna be showing that tonight. Nobody's seen this yet. I finished editing it. It'll be on YouTube tomorrow, so you can all check it out later. But tonight I put this in my pocket. I said I'm going to wait and thank you for being here with me to do this, because it's just one of those moments for me.
Well, my pleasure. I mean, it's been such a fun ride with this this band.
Yeah. Oh,
and,
sure.
And you know, like I didn't know any of these guys.
I was going to ask you, how did this happen? I mean,
Out of the blue.
I know you from the Mother Truckers.
You're right.
And I'm pointing my finger at you.
Hey, you.
I love the Mother Truckers. And at the same time, I'm going, well, how did this happen?
Well, so Josh Z and I, who are a married couple, and we are the Mother Truckers in a way, and we lived in Austin for 10 years. And then, this sounds like it's kind of sad music.
Well, I'm bringing it closer to the center. We're diving into our conversation here.
Okay, we're going back. But anyway, when I was in Austin, I had the chance to do some Pink Floyd stuff with this other band there of people that I knew there. But then when I came back, and I'm not sure how Pete Delaney called me. We should ask him about that. Pete.
Yeah. He might be here tonight. These guys all know. We'll say hi.
Exactly. But he called me and he said, "Hey, I'm Pete Delaney, and I have this band we're trying to do, and like, would you be interested in doing this great gig in the sky and whatever else and stuff?" And I was like, yeah. Sure.
Why not? What a challenge.
Why not?
To do the Claire Torrey.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
It's harder than the national anthem because you are really, it's got a lot of that that high falsetto blend kind of tone you got to get.
Yeah, and you've got to nail it too. I mean, there's no way you can come at that weak, wimpy, and do your own. I mean, you really got to nail it, and that's what happens.
Well, you can't. I feel like the main thing to do if you're doing it is try to do it just like her. Follow her melody because it's just like anything. If I hear a guitar solo and I go see a band and they're not doing the guitar solo that I know, I'm like, well, that's not quite it, is it? Yeah,
is it? I mean, and ideally, we all go back and forth between being a tribute band, a cover band. But when I look at a good band like Pink Floyd, who do such a good version, a good representation of respect to the material, I'm all about that, and I can get behind that because it falls into honesty. I believe you guys are doing what is right with the music. Right. You're not trying to be who's David Gilmour,
Right.
I respect that. So I love the way the show is presented. Like I said, I've got a chance to run cameras for it too, so we'll see some results.
Yeah.
And I just, I love the entire show. It was really fun for me and a huge challenge for me. I mean, I came up with 16 video syncs off the cuff within like a month.
Yeah.
To do this. So and you guys can use them, wherever you want. Cool. I'm developing some new stuff for you too, which is going to be more AI based video background that is, we'll say, copyright.
Like a robot.
Well, there's a lot of big trend going on with AI right now with video and imagery.
Yeah.
And you can feed subject matter into AI and have it give you different altered variations of what it is. And I've always been about that.
That sounds very complicated.
Well, it is, and it's not really my realm other than I can find it and cut it and use it.
Yeah.
And so, but I'm working on some stuff like that for you guys now. And the big goal is the fact that it's not copyrighted material.
Yeah.
As something like The Dark Side of the Moon, or The Professor, or Run Like Hell, Forrest. Have you been watching some of the ones I've been putting out on
Yes,
there?
yes.
I laughed when I did that one.
Yeah, Run Like Hell.
I wanted to do something fun for the last song of the Pete Floyd show.
That was fun.
And I thought, what could be more fun than watching, run, Forrest, run. And the audience just howled, and so did I. It was a magical moment.
It's awesome.
As the end of the piece of music that we'll show here in a little bit. Where are we at right now? We're doing great.
Good.
You know what? One of the things about being out here in time and space is I have opportunity to drink good beer. No, that's not it.
Oh, that's great.
It's true, but I get the chance to look down on our friends who are actually with us tonight. So we'll take a quick second over here and say hello to some people checking in. And then I'm going to set my time machine here, Sherman. And we're going to go back to probably not too far back, but another side of you.
Okay.
That I know more than I know this persona at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. But I know we've worked together before at the Mystic Theater because you guys, as Mother Truckers, opened up for Hank Williams III.
That's right.
I remember that show because of the barricades. I remember that show because of just the rowdy audience, and I love the fact of what Hank does.
Yeah.
And more so than that, when he was done with his show, after playing a straight 90 minutes, he said, I'll be right back, folks. Give me a second. I'm going to change costume. I'm going to come back, and I'm going to do my granddaddy's music exactly the way he liked to do it. And he came back with his hair tucked behind his hat, and he did a half hour of Hank Williams music to die for.
Yeah.
As traditional as everything. And I saw old folks in that audience who would never catch their life at a mosh pit, Hank Williams III show. And it's pretty rowdy when you get into all that with Hank. And out of respect, watch that all the time. It was amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah.
I loved it.
It was really great. And boy, his voice just sounded just like.
Yeah. He can do it.
Yeah.
It's in the genes. And well, before we dive off into something right here. Well, let me back up here because I'm getting ahead of myself because you told me something interesting about your family as well. But let's say hello over here first. We got Tara G popping in saying hi, Professor. Hello, Tara.
Hello.
Glad you're with us tonight. MG Music, of course, said hello. Love people. Donovan's in the house. Donovan Stark's going to be here with us on the, what date is that, Donovan? It'll be the 21st with his Stark Raving Christmas. We're going to have so much fun warming up the sleigh. I think that's the sleigh ride you're going to be in for. I think so. It sounds right to me. And, of course, Mackenzie. Hello, Mackenzie G. You're awake for it? Some people have to wake up in the morning. Some people are in different parts of the world. So
yeah, good morning.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and good night. There you go. Jim Carrey. What? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. And Ron, Sonoma Magic. Well, hey, you know Ron? Ron says hi, Teal.
Hi, Ron.
There you go. Now, is that Ron Pulowski?
Probably, yes.
Oh, well, Sonoma Magic.
Applesauce Ron.
Applesauce Ron?
He has his applause sign. Have you seen this?
Yes.
It's great because then the audience knows what to do.
Well, you have to tell your audience what to do.
Yeah.
To some degree.
Yeah.
I mean, or at least request something from them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, at any gig he's at, he's the MVP. Let's face it.
It's true.
Let's face it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
And we're talking about, this is Ron Pulaski, the magician, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Make sure we're on the same page. Because Ron's been on my show on a Halloween. And he came in and he did magic tricks for us and left me with a really tiny little harmonica. So whenever I want to play a little harmonica with somebody, I can actually play a little harmonica with somebody.
Isn't that fun?
That's Ron Pulaski.
That's Ron
right there.
for you.
So appreciate you.
He left me with a tiny little coin that came out in the laundry the other day. So thanks, Ron.
You see how these little trails you leave behind you, Ron, never really end. They keep coming back around to you. That is the cyclic nature that is what's going on over here? Wait a minute.
That's the space station.
I know. I'm trying to wonder what happened. My live stream is okay, right? You guys are all right out there, right? Sure you are. Sure you are. I think it was just my other doppelganger.
Right.
Hangs behind me and little gremlins that make things happen when I'm not paying attention. There she is right there. Let's take a closer look. There she is, Teal Collins, right here with me, right here on Tiny House Live, high above the hills in the Inspiration Space Station. You know what, Teal?
What? Tell me.
I can control time and space.
That's a good talent.
It really is.
Yeah.
And as an audio engineer, if you know anything about timing of productions and bands on stage, you know it's all about controlling time and space.
Yes.
Because I can only really do so much.
Right.
You know, at some point, the band's not sound checked yet. I can't open the door, damn it. You know, there's only so many things I can do at once.
Yeah.
And in this case, I've actually been able to go back in time, and not too far, but this is I pulled up some information from Kansas City.
Okay.
I think I did. I think this is the Knucklehead Bar.
Knuckleheads, yeah.
You see, Knuckleheads. You see, I know what's going on. You're going to love what's coming up here. But before we get too far into all the new stuff that we've been doing together, I need to go back and bring a little history into the whole mix, and that's what we're going to do with the Mother Truckers, because I'm a huge fan. You, Josh Z, and the bass and drums. Give me their names. Let's get them out there.
Well, so we had Josh and I started the band in San Francisco in like 2000, and at that point we had a different rhythm section. But the last couple years, well, here we also when we moved back here, we did some shows when we first got back here with Pete Franco on bass and Dana Miller on drums. And but we've had a few different rhythm sections.
Well, who's playing on this one here? Do you need to see it first?
I need to see it.
I know. See, these people, they never know what I'm going to show them in here. That's half the fun, ain't it?
I'm going to guess it's Dan Thompson and Danny Grocco.
Yeah.
but let's see.
All right. Well, here we go, folks. We're off to Kansas
Okay.
City, and then we'll come back and we'll reevaluate our reality, and we've got a couple more roads to go down.
Kansas City,
Kansas
here we
City.
come.
That's it right there, isn't it? I love it. All right, here we go. Hold on with us. We'll be right back and have some fun watching this. Kick the jam. This you just rock on it.
I got a pack of matches and there ain't a thing that you can do. You'll never see it coming till the fire's up inside of you. Oh. It could be day, it could be night. Oh, it just depends on when the feeling's right. Too
goodness. My goodness. That's golden stuff. Golden stuff. My goodness. I love it. I love it. I love it. Teal College right there nailing it with the Mother Truckers, Josh Z.
Thank you.
Kansas City.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm all about that kind of stuff.
It reminds me of that Summer of '69 song where he says, got a band and we tried real hard.
Yeah.
I mean, we tried real hard.
Yeah.
We toured, you know, we did a lot of touring and did the thing.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
tried our best.
Well, that stuff. Now, are you guys still working? Are you? Where
We're
are you
both
at?
still working.
Where's the Mother Truckers
Mother
at?
Truckers are not really gigging right now. We're
Okay.
just, you know, the music's there. Josh and I are in different bands and, you know, we're still married and happily together, but we kind of felt like Mother Truckers. When we moved back to Marin, we did some gigs with Mother Truckers.
Right.
And did that Sound Summit gig up there in Mount Tam. That was nice.
You got something coming up at the church. That's what I wanted to do.
Chapel.
The chapel. I'm sorry.
The chapel.
Yeah. You want to drop that? What's
Sure.
going on at the chapel?
That's Casual Country.
Yeah, I want to know more about that.
December 16th.
Okay.
And that's with C-Mac. You know Craig?
I think so.
From the Casual Coalition.
Huh.
Anyway.
Yeah.
And that's
Chapel's
a really
a beautiful room.
That's a beautiful room.
Yeah,
and we're gonna do some I don't want to say outlaw country, but some casual country.
Yeah.
So it's a great band, great lineup of musicians, and it'll be just really fun. We're doing all these.
Who are some of your favorite outlaw female vocalists?
Well, Dolly.
Of course.
Well, I mean, I consider
Did you see her
an
rock on the
Yes,
you saw that one
amazing.
with the rock song at the
Yeah.
end of the rock and roll induction?
Yeah, amazing.
That whole production was amazing. I don't rave about those kind of shows very often because frankly most of those competition shows to me, not really competition, back padding shows. But when it comes to Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductions, these are people who've paid their dues already.
Oh, yeah.
And if they're not inducted, they're in the audience waiting to be inducted or they've been inducted. So I enjoy that one. And the fact that they actually do a segment of history and then the band plays live. The Eurythmics made me cry.
Oh, yeah.
My God, I'm such a huge Annie Lennox fan. I really am. I mean, her vocal she's just personified honest. I love her.
I like Dolly. She's just stand up. I mean, she's just a beautiful person.
She is. Yeah, I love all she stands for, frankly.
Yeah.
I mean, within every genre, gender, and person on the planet.
Yeah,
Dolly's
she's a very
about that.
human being. And the way she
Absolutely.
writes music, she just writes from the heart. And yeah.
And wrote a damn good rock song.
You know?
She has a whole rock album coming out with her husband.
Oh, does she?
That's the plan
Okay.
now. She goes, well, since I can't do the Dolly, but since she's been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, she feels obligated now to come up with a rock album.
I like it.
So like she's obligated to do anything.
Yeah.
But fantastic, and that was
Great.
great stuff. Let's see, where are we going next? All right, well, we're right here at the bottom of the hour. Our evening's rolling just like it should.
Good.
I'm going to grab a little sip of my Hen House tonight. I'm still unofficially sponsored, I say.
Well, we could put a word in the ear of someone who has Hen House.
You know, I've been contacted by Hen House to do something. Oh, this is a great lead-in. You ready for this?
Yeah.
I've been contacted by Hen House to do something because Hen House is all about urban legends.
Oh.
And they're all about creating something that and propelling myths like their avian surveillance division, which has to do with avian birds being controlled by the government. The robot birds flying around right now. Avian surveillance. And the hollow moon, how the moon is actually hollow. It's not actually solid. These are beers that Hen House delivers. That's not like a commercial. I should be doing a commercial for Hen House.
I know.
I am.
I'm rooting for you. I think
tell you.
You guys should get on board here in the space station.
They contacted me through Isabella about doing a Dark Side of Oz beer. I mean, who better to represent the urban legend than somebody in the middle of it all? Perfect. And I could be drinking a Dark Side of Oz beer right now, proclaiming how good it is. And I do really like it, by the way. That's why I buy it. Someday I'm going to find a case on my door, and I'll
Let it be Hen House.
Let it be Hen House. And I went with the other company for a while, the across the street company for quite a while. And I didn't quite get the respect that I wanted.
Oh, okay.
It was okay.
Well, you got to go where you're wanted.
Well, that's life in general, isn't it?
I'm just telling you.
I'm glad you're here tonight. See,
Thank you.
This is how this all happened. I visualized your presence. I even created this moment. We're leading closer as we tip this toward the urban legend that is the dark side of Oz.
Yes.
That is the music represented by Pete Floyd.
Yes.
And you guys are doing such a great job of this, by the way. I've engineered so many bands. I've dealt with so many bands who were covers, tributes, whatever you want to call it. And to me, the defining word always comes down to in these kinds of productions is honesty. Do I believe you? Do you really appreciate the music? Can you do the music?
Yeah.
And how well can you do it? And you guys just nail it.
Thank you.
I saw it at the Phoenix Theater where we first worked together.
Yes.
I got some great video from that, and I just saw it again a couple of weeks ago at the Mystic Theater where we did a whole evening of music together. So I put something in my pocket from that show, and I said, this is the perfect opportunity to finally drop my Wizard of Oz, the Great Gig in the Sky, the Twister scene all together, wrap it all together around your vocal in front of Pete Floyd and show it to an audience. And it was really amazing for me to be able to do this. So on that note, we're gonna dive into that.
Okay.
We're gonna dive into it, and know that I'm gonna take this video. Nobody's seen this yet. I just finished editing, by the way, the floor shots that were of Teal doing the Claire Torrey in the middle of the song, or Dorothy, depending on how you want to actually read into this, was all shot by Jason Baldwin. All the audio was done by Travis St. James. I've kind of weaved it all together into more of a finished product.
And that's Bob McBain on the keyboard.
Oh, absolutely,
we gotta mention him.
absolutely, please. And not only for this song, but for everything Bob does, because Bob was the first one there with the stages. Bob was the last one out with the stages.
I was going to say, I mean, I know we call you the professor, but also Bob is also a
professor sounds like I'm just taking credit for something. By the way, I'm a fake professor. I have a D.O.P.E. degree. That is a degree of personal experience to you.
Oh, good.
But Bob.
Oh, yeah.
Bob's the real deal.
He's a ringer.
He is the ringer. And what about Alex?
And Alex
Garcia?
is great.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
There's not. I mean, every player in this band shines.
Alex.
And Toby on bass. There's stuff that happens, and both the Petes.
And both the Petes.
And can I not mention Sean? I mean, my goodness.
You
I mean, back there doing the Nick Mason, man.
You're only as good as your drummer.
Always as good as your drummer, for sure.
Yeah,
for
you're
sure.
only as good as your drummer. And and Paige Clem.
Well, of course.
My sidekick and my like, it was the first couple times we did Pete Floyd, it was just me. And then I was talking to Pete Hale, and he's like, what do you think about if we got another chick? And I was like,
cool.
I know the chick. I know the cool
that's so
chick.
cool.
Paige and I had done Exile on Main Street stuff.
Oh, really?
With Stu Allen and a bunch of other people. And we had done a couple of things. We did a Guitar-mageddon, at Terrapin in the Great Room, and this and that. And I was like, I just, some people right away you meet and you're like, I want to work with them more. I don't know what we're going to do, together, but I want to be music buddies with you.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was great to get right away. This is.
Well, you guys shine on it together, particularly, and the band just gives you a great format to do what you do best.
Yeah,
and, that's
we're
really
not like a hidden background singers, like a dirty secret somewhere off on the stage. We're like with the band, and so it really feels like we're part of the team.
Well, that's what impresses me about the whole band, which made it much easier to shoot a video because everybody's so engaging. It just wished me that I had more cameras to point, and then I wasn't switching syncs at the same time. I was really torn that night because I had to be dropping my video syncs at the right time to make the syncs work, at the same time switching cameras.
Yeah.
And a bunch of chatty people behind me who were having fun and everything. So it was a great night. Worked my butt off.
Right.
But we got some great results. And let's.
Good.
I think it's time we dive into this one, which is the Great Gig in the Sky, which is of course Pink Floyd's Great Gig in the Sky, and I synced it up against the Wizard of Oz, which is the Twister scene, from what I'll point at as my dark side of Oz.
Yeah.
Those who know my sync cues really well, and there are some of you out there who know them very well as I do, I missed my cues a little bit on this. Really difficult to do. but it's as synchronicity happens, it all finds its time and place anyway, and that's exactly what happens in this.
The crack is how the light gets in.
Exactly.
Right?
Oh man. Jeez. Well, this is why I was so glad to have you join me here tonight because I knew you get me. I knew you get me.
Yeah.
So let's get some of you And Teal Collins here with Pete Floyd, Mystic Theater, just a couple of weeks ago. Great Gig in the Sky, The Wizard of Oz sync. Bless your heart. Enjoy this, folks. We'll be right back after this, and we'll carry on. That's all we can do, right?
I'm not frightened of dying. I don't mind, any time will do. Why should I be frightened of dying? We've all got to go, there's no sense. Teal Collins, everyone.
There you go. Teal Collins, everyone. That was just magnificent.
Thank you.
Obviously, by the reaction you got as well, you could see the audience agreed. So it's just fantastic. Now, I'm sure you've rehearsed that. How did you wrap your head around doing that? You just said breathing had a lot to do with that.
Yeah.
That was well worth mentioning.
Well, I mean, that kind of thing, it's like a piece of music like that. The whole time I'm thinking to myself, just relax.
Yeah.
Relax.
Yeah, well, that's just it.
Because, anything, if you're gripping too tight, it's going to come through that way.
Yep.
But, and it's funny with a song like that, too, because even though you don't, it's all oohs and ahs. Conveying emotion is what's so great about Claire Torrey's performance in that. And you feel things, and you don't know what it is exactly. There's an alien. Did you know that there's an alien looking
already?
in?
Oh, all right. Well, they're outside
Okay.
knocking on our door right now because I know I know you guys. Just hold off. Just let me at least finish up with at least a question or two before we get into you guys. Come on, man. Come on. And they're very insistent.
Yeah.
I mean, they know I'm out here. They know I'm out. You know I'm out there. Everybody knows I'm out there. But at the same time, they have given me all right. Let's pander to the common denominator that is our alien friends out there who've been there waiting for us for quite a while, actually, to ask these questions. What? All right. I've got your questions. All right. They've given me a list of we'll say roughly 20 questions, and I'll pare it down a little bit. And I do ask each of my guests each week because this is something that they're trying to wrap their head around as far as being able to understand our species better. And if there's anything I can do to bring this little joyful reunion together between the alien friends out there around the universe and us here on the planet.
What a buddy.
I'm doing what I can, and I figured who else better to represent the human species on the planet Earth than somebody who just sang that song so beautifully. And you could see right here that they were completely enthralled, mesmerized by what it is. I mean, look at these guys. They're like, I can't believe it. She even did that.
They're like, ooh and ah, we get that lyric.
Yes, they're saying, yes, it was virtually unearthly. See? I mean, they understand exactly what it is we're talking about. So on that note, let's see if I can't get into some of their questions, and we'll see what we can do to give them a better description on what it is that we're doing here on the planet. Hang on a second, you guys. God, you're so needy. So needy. All right. I've got them right here. All right, let's go. Here we go.
That's the question music.
It is the question music. They gave it to me specifically because it has the proper melodic structure to basically induce you into this coma state of questioning truthfully and honestly with the questions they've given me. So one of the first questions I don't know why they like to know this first, but it's very true. When you're putting on your socks and your shoes, do you put on a sock and a sock and then a shoe and a shoe, or do you put on a sock and a shoe, a sock and a shoe?
Sock, shoe.
You see, everything holds true in our species. I tell them this is honestly exactly what all of our species. It's true. It's true.
Because you're especially this time of year.
What does the year have to do with it?
Well, I can't let one of my feet be cold while one is completely warm.
We're a very meticulous and creative species, and we think about these things. You're actually thinking about the condition of your feet before they even hit the ground.
I don't like cold weather, man.
No. Nobody does.
Okay.
Nobody does, and I think they understand that.
Well, aliens do, because they're in space, aren't they?
But is it warm in space or cold in space? We have no idea what kind of heating they have in their little spaceships, or if they even require heating, for all I know.
Okay,
this conversation's getting rather
turn
boring.
These 20 questions around on them, and let's find
I've tried to do that, but they don't like talking to me. They want to answer. They want questions from you. So they have me
Okay.
questions like, "What's your favorite sandwich?"
Oh my God, my favorite sandwich.
Yes, it means a lot to them.
Oh,
What
I
is it?
love sandwiches.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew because you're pointing at me.
Sandwiches are the best.
And what is it?
Okay, this is funny. This is the aliens wanted to know this?
Yes, they've got these questions. This is helping them understand. I've had people say peanut butter and jelly. I've had people say mine is bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich.
Well,
See, I mean.
okay, if I had to have I love so many sandwiches. It's very hard to, this is a very tough question.
All right, nail it down.
Sandwiches are close to my heart.
They are the perfect delivery system for anything.
I like one of those kind of sandwiches where it's like you got. Actually, I had a great burger the other night, a vegan burger at this place called Veganburg in the city.
What do you think?
That was
All right.
crazy
Well,
delicious.
I would expect that.
This one, I like a thing like a wheat bread thing where you got avocado, tomato, some other vegetables, mayonnaise. I like any kind of a really good like garden. They would call it delight sandwich. Sprouts are great.
Sprouts.
I love peanut butter and jelly though too. You know, I never go to
Sprouts.
a gig. I never go to a gig without usually a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and a half an apple
I had a
because
peanut butter sandwich last night because
you?
in the middle of the night I said I want a peanut butter and
Yeah.
honey. Peanut butter and honey.
peanut butter, that's delicious too.
Yeah. Did you ever used to take peanut butter and mix it with maple syrup
No, I didn't.
and mix it into this little conglomeration of maple and syrup together and put that on a piece of toast?
That sounds wonderful.
And it's really, really good.
But like, you never know if you get to a gig and they're gonna string you out for food, and you're like, they're like, oh, we kind of can't get it together to feed the band. Sorry. And then
Yeah.
I have that peanut butter and jelly and the apple.
I carry
Standing
things
by.
like that because invariably I will not find time myself to eat.
Right.
They may be offering the most delicious menu in the world at this
Yeah.
gig I'm working on, but will I find time to actually take advantage of it?
No.
Half the time I won't.
No, you won't.
I did not eat anything the day of the Pete Floyd show at the Michigan Theater.
Is that true?
I crashed and burned for 2 days afterwards. Had to call in sick to Oliver's
God.
because I was already sick on that show. My body wouldn't admit it to my mind.
Yeah. Oh,
I was on
man.
pure adrenaline for that show.
I'm
And
glad
after
you
that,
made it.
boom.
Yeah, I'm glad
And,
you made it
I
through.
made it through.
Well, I already love this sandwich question. How did they find out we have sandwiches?
There's certain things they know about us from watching television, and please don't judge us by our television. You know, somebody got murdered eating that sandwich. I know. It's like, it's another case for Law and Order, and it'll end up on some
Right.
medical show, and then some lawyers will come in and solve the issue. But I think the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I think your sandwich with the we'll say it called the garden sandwich is a great way to go. And I love fresh tomatoes, and they
great-
apparently love it too. I can
They
see them
love
right
it.
now, just kind of
They're
kind of-
salivating.
They're virtually eating it up themselves, even though they can't. Well, I guess what do you have any personal quirks? Something that you do that just something you always do, and I'll share one with you if you share one with me.
Well, it's another eating thing.
okay.
If I'm really enjoying what I'm eating,
Yeah.
I kind of start doing like a little with the fork, like
Like a
a little happy dance.
little fork happy dance.
A
is what
little
you're eating?
fork, yeah.
I'm gonna watch this next time you're eating something. She's really enjoying her salad. I can tell.
Yeah. I like that. I like that.
That's fun.
And also,
You really enjoy
I
food.
do also talk to myself sometimes too.
You don't talk to your food.
No, I
Okay.
should start though. It's lonely.
You can have great conversation with tomatoes. I've had many, and I think we've totally confused them. Look, they've even left.
Oh
no,
no,
they're coming
Guys,
back.
come back.
Well, they weren't sure about the tomato comment that I made. It's not really that true. All right, apples or oranges?
Apples.
You're an apple? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. I think I actually fall in the orange realm, but I don't really know why. I just really prefer fruit if it's juiced as opposed to just eating it raw, which I should probably eat more raw stuff. But
Yeah.
if you were on death row
Yeah.
and you were going
Which
to have
I am
your
going to be.
your last any minute now, what would be your last meal?
Oh my God, these are great questions, man.
I know
This has changed over the years for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I a year ago, a little over a year ago, I went vegan.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. So like years ago, my
Oh.
my thing would have been, some crazy, like, I might have still picked eggplant parmesan, but now I
Ooh,
just
one
make.
of my favorites.
I mean, it's
Cheese.
delightful. But now what would my
Yeah, what do you
death
think?
row, and this is something Josh and I talk about from time to time, what our death row meal would be.
Ah.
Some people say I'd be too upset to
You
eat.
just said hell no, it's your
But not
last
me.
meal. No,
I'm
no,
not
no,
one of
no,
those,
no,
no.
no, no. I'm gonna take a nap before I die too.
Let's see. Yeah, exactly. Before you die, get
Absolutely.
your nap
Can I get a
in.
2 hour in before you do that? Because I'll be a better man if I do. I'll go much more peacefully
be
with,
alert for
with
the
a full
death.
sandwich and a 2 hour
Yeah,
nap.
yeah, exactly. Let me see. Ooh, these are good questions. I might get like a pizza and then
That's a
some.
good idea.
I like the idea of some eggplant parmesan, just made with whatever vegan. They do wonders with cashews and macadamia
I wonder if
nuts.
they're doing an eggplant pizza, eggplant parmesan pizza.
Eggplant
What a
parmesan
great
pizza.
idea for
That
a pizza.
sounds great.
I know, what a modern
Yeah.
California pizza.
But I'd have to have some dessert. I really like sugary
I think
treat snacks.
you'd have to really go out on that note
Yeah,
with sugar
yeah.
as your last.
Something great.
Something great. Are you a pie or a cake person?
I like both.
Oh, you have a choice.
I guess this.
When you celebrate your birthday, do you have a birthday cake or do you have a birthday
Nobody
pie?
has a birthday pie, Randy.
I do.
Okay.
It's,
Then
it's,
I guess.
it's cheesecake, so it's kind of halfway between. but that's just
and they
me.
call it a nice. They call it a pie with cheesecake.
I think so.
I guess I'm cake for birthdays.
All right, that's all good.
But my mom makes the best apple cranberry pie.
Oh, see, Mom.
Oh,
I know. My mom used to
with
make a good
brandied
peach.
currants in there
Really?
too. So
Brandied
it's like very
currants?
yeah. Forget about it.
Forget about it. Mom had fun making that too, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That brandy in there. My goodness.
these
Okay, wait a
questions.
minute. What number am I thinking of?
7.
Yes! You actually got it. Nobody's ever got the number I was thinking of. And granted, 7 is kind of a good number to go. You did it. Awesome. I've yet to share this.
man.
Everybody over here. Did you just see that? Love people. Love people. Hello, Tammy Bell.
That is knee-slapping goodness.
We're connecting over here. That was knee-slapping goodness
Yeah,
right
yeah,
there. She
yeah.
actually guessed the same number. Window or aisle seat?
Oh, aisle. I
Really?
have to go to the restroom.
You don't want to climb over somebody,
Right.
impose on somebody
Right.
to leave, particularly with 3 seats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the kind of interview that Led Zeppelin never would have done.
Oh, they would never have done this. Absolutely,
there's no
never.
mystique.
But wouldn't you have loved to actually ask Robert Plant these questions?
I'd like him to
And
be
what do
in
you
the
say,
aisle
eggplant? What do you
seat,
say,
and then I'll
eggplant?
be- Oh, I don't know what he would say.
I think he'd say
I
eggplant.
did learn that his favorite tea is Earl Grey, though.
He's English.
I know,
Of
but
course, what else are you going to say? Bigelow from New York? Go on, man. I saw a Bigelow tea commercial this morning. All the things that hang in my head. Oh, who's your favorite animal guide? Do you have an animal guide? Is there an animal that gives you strength, purpose, or just direction?
well, my family mascot is an owl,
Ooh, good one.
and so whenever I hear an owl or see an owl, I feel like that's telling me that just is a very comforting thing.
Yeah.
But my favorite animal in the world,
Is what?
dogs.
Dogs. Mm-hmm. That's really interesting.
And there's something else you don't know about me. I do doggy portraits.
You paint them or you photo them or what?
Paint them.
You paint them.
Yeah.
Now we share something else here because I've done doggy portraits too. I worked for a charity called Paws for Love.
Yeah.
And we got dogs out of the shelter and had them paint, and we auctioned off their paintings. And if you enjoyed the painting,
The dog painted
the
it?
dog painted it. We would help the dogs, all kinds of dogs, cats, even snakes.
We'll
painted,
help you.
And then we would auction off their painting. And if
Yeah.
you really liked the painting, you could actually even buy the painter.
Great.
You could adopt the dog and
Adopt the dog.
So yeah, Paws for Love. I don't think
love
it's around anymore.
That's
but,
awesome.
But yeah, we share that. That's
Me
I'm
too.
all about animals. Any way I can
Yeah.
help. Any way I can help animals.
Animals are
Find a
great.
new home. Did you guys understand that? We love our animals here on this planet. And we try to. Yes, I know I feel guilty about eating them, but I'm a meat eating hypocrite. What am I going to do? I'm a human being. It's who I am.
It's fine. You know what? We were raised in this culture that
You know. Yep.
grew up this way.
Speaking of culture.
Yeah.
Which one? Oh, yeah, that's a good one. What was your first concert?
Well, so my dad. You mean rock concert?
What was the first concert you went to? We'll say with friends, or you went to yourself. Something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sammy Hagar
Whoa.
at the Cow Palace
Great one.
was and this was before he had
A Red
the
Rocker.
only tune that was like his big tune at the time was
Can't Drive 55.
Calling Heavy Metal. That was
Oh, that's
where
right.
he hadn't had any of that success
That's right.
yet.
That's right.
And so that was fun, and it was a revelation too, because we were like, I don't know, 12 or 13.
Wow.
And my friend Katie and I walked up to the front of the stage where all the like rowdy people are and stuff.
Yeah.
And somebody handed us like a Jack and Coke, and we were drinking it, and we're like, whoa! And people were smoking weed, and we're like, oh my God.
Oh, God.
It's a free-for-all in here.
Never been the same since, have you? Huh?
Well, no,
Huh? No.
no.
I know we have those experiences in life, and sometimes we just never really go back. We take those things with us into. Are you a morning person?
I think I am.
Yeah, you like to wake up. Are you coffee or tea?
Tea,
Really? No coffee, huh?
like Robert Plant, Earl Grey.
Of course. Are you English?
No.
What are you?
What the hell are you?
Who are you? Where the hell did you come from?
I'm part Portuguese.
Portuguese.
Is the kind of ethnic look that I have.
Oh.
But then I'm also
It's
an
working for you, by the way.
Anglo mix. Thank you.
That's right. It's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. What I mentioned one of your lyrics. I heard you mention brown skin,
Yeah.
and I said, okay, good. She's owning her ancestry is what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Good. Well, these
Great.
now can you describe the rest of your life in 5 words? And you can hold up your hand if you need to.
In 5 words,
Yeah.
the rest of my life.
Yeah, in 5 words.
Music, love, friends, family. What's the last one? A hot tub.
A hot tub. Throw a hot tub in there, please. The whole world is better with a hot tub. All right, we got one last question coming. I know this is important because there's a lot of species on our planet besides
Yes.
human beings. A lot of them are animals, and they find it a little more confusing to understand us than the animals sometimes. But my question, or their question to you, is: do animals, and think carefully about this, do animals in other parts of the world have accents? Does a cat, and we'll say a dog, since that's your animal guide, does a dog in New York have the same accent as a dog in Italy? Make you think on this.
Rough.
I want Chow. Where's my dog Chow?
Ciao, Bella. I'm going to say they have accents.
I tend to agree.
Yeah.
I think that's actually the right
And the
answer.
way you can know is if you called one and they didn't understand what you were saying.
Right.
Because they speak a different language.
That's just it. I always wondered because what a dog sounds like in Italy as opposed to a dog sounds like in
Yeah.
Germany
Yeah.
as a dog in Switzerland. I mean, who are these dogs and
Who are these dogs?
You know, I guess they're
Yeah.
just learning it all from us, right?
Right.
But they're not learning their language from us.
No.
They're speaking their own language. So
Right.
do they actually have different languages?
There you go.
These things
These
perplex.
are great questions.
Well, I'm glad. Is there
Yeah.
anything else? The last. All right, there is one last one.
Okay.
Well, number one, they want to know, is time travel possible? And do you believe in extraterrestrials?
Yes and yes.
You do believe?
That's easy.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
All right. I think that's the correct answer as well. You
I saw them right there on your screen.
yeah. Are they gone now? Let's look outside. By the way,
I
and
mean,
make-
if Santa
and make
rolled
sure-
up, I'd be like, I believe in Santa too. But
he's going to be here, by the way, on the 21st
Oh,
with
good.
Donovan Stark.
Oh,
So
good.
there'll be a.
Yeah.
No, they've already gone. They've left us with just the space station.
They've gone to make a sandwich.
They probably have. We probably made them hungry, and that's good enough for me. Well, I think
like it.
we've actually covered we've actually covered some good territory for them.
Yeah.
and I appreciate that. Oh, look, we're right at the top of the hour. You know,
at that.
we keep doing these things. I keep doing these things, and
Yeah.
somehow or another, the force of time and nature is on my side.
Great.
I've got a clock in my head.
Yeah. Perfect.
I know. Now, we do have something else I wanted to play from Pete Floyd. It seemed like a nice way to kind of wrap up our little time together with Wish You Were Here. And I'm so glad you were here to join me.
Thank you for
tonight.
having me.
Absolutely.
I had a great time.
And we did have the Pete's were on last season after our Phoenix show. And
nice.
and we'll, I've tried to coax Bob McBain on, and I'll probably get, and I actually thought about having you and Paige here at the same time, but I'm really kind of concentrating this season on this one-on-one thing.
Format.
I want format. I want information for my friends, and at the same time,
3 aliens on one.
They gang up on me.
Whatever.
So if I have if we're 2 people, I have to put you in another room, and then I'm using green screens, and pretty soon I've complicated my life.
Yeah.
This is actually kind of exactly what I'm looking for.
This is great.
Right here. Let me bring you back into this little scope of. There she is, right there, my friends. Right there, Teal Collins joining me tonight on Tiny House Live. Look at her flying high above the hills of Petticoat in my Inspiration Space Station. Let's say hello to people over here. Tammy Bell says, wow. And I love people saying, hell yes.
Nice.
I think so. I think we're getting the right. And Tammy just got a big heart coming out to us. She loved the Great Gig in the Sky, no doubt, and the Wizard of Oz. The Mother Truckers, I am in love with. You guys are great. You rock.
Thanks, Tammy.
And whatever you and Josh are doing in the future together, I'm sure it's amazing.
Thank you.
And maybe I should get both of you in here. Maybe you guys coming in and doing some acoustic stuff in Studio K. I call it Studio K.
Studio K,
That's my kitchen.
Okay, good.
It's my kitchen.
Yeah.
Anyway, just much love to you coming out here tonight from our tiny house.
Thanks for beaming me up.
Absolutely. I hope you don't mind. Now, know that when I do beam you back down, we're not done with it yet. We're actually going to play another song because I think we need to leave these people with Wish You Were Here. A little cut off the Pete Floyd show from the Mystic Theater the other night. Let me dive into this and prep this for us. And then we'll come back and we'll wish you all well, and we'll spin our friend back down to the planet's surface. Here you go, coming at you. Enjoy.
So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell? Did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts, hot ashes for trees, hot air for the cool breeze, cold comfort for change? Did you exchange a walk on heart in the wall for lead roll in a cage?
There we go. There we go. Amazing. Amazing. Once again, how could we not end the show with Wish You Were Here?
That was a lot of fun.
Pete Floyd at the Mystic Theater. Fantastic show. I was so pleased and proud, and I'm happy with all the results that we gathered from there. The engineering, audio engineering from Travis St. James and Nick on monitors. Monitors were good that night, right?
Yeah,
had
very
a
good.
I could tell you get a good sound on stage, and you've got a good thing happening.
Yeah.
And so that was certainly going down that night. Yeah. Teal Collins, thank you so much for joining me tonight. We discovered some more about each other. We'll get a chance. I hope to hang out some more. Oh, did that Rancho Nicasio show happen already with Pete Floyd?
No, that's happening.
When?
January 13th.
January 13th,
That's
Rancho
I'm glad you
Nicasio. I
mentioned
just
that
was thinking
because
about that.
Let's plug that.
Let's do that.
Rancho Nicasio, the 13th, and that'll be our first time there.
Yeah. Oh, it's a
And,
great room. I've been out there and done a few video projects out
Have
there.
you?
It's a little hard to get angles. It's a low ceiling, and there's no center position for me to grab like at other places.
Yeah.
But you guys, I mean, it's an informal room. I hope you kind of go in there and do less is more, as opposed to more is more on that one. That's what I would suggest.
Yeah.
And actually, I'm supposed to be catching up with Pete Delaney here in the next day or two to turn over some of the video footage from the Mystic Theater show.
Yeah.
To go on your guys' YouTube channel. Until then, all these videos are living, and I'll be releasing the whole Grey Gig in the Sky that we did onto the YouTube channel probably tomorrow. And you can catch up with it then. And then a few other ones have come out. I think I've got like 6 cuts up there right now from that show.
Fun.
So, yeah, go back and enjoy them all. And if you haven't already subscribed to my ViralMediaArt YouTube channel, please do. You're helping me get close to be legitimate, and I can monetize my channel and move forward into the future of YouTube content creation.
Nice.
That's my goal. And hit that notification bell and set it to all so you'll know when I go live. And you can join us just like now, or you can join us later and go, hey, look what he did. And catch this. I hope you had a great time, Teal.
I had a great time. This was awesome.
You didn't need the oxygen under your chair at all.
No.
There's no lightheadedness at all.
No.
You're clear in thought and just fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then, and on that note, then I got to ask you: Are you ready to beam back down to the planet surface?
I guess so.
All right. We're gonna do it. I got it. You'll have to put your suit on as you vanish here.
Okay.
Dress quickly because I kind of shove you out the door, and it's a long way down.
Okay, I'll go put my suit on.
But know that when you arrive, you won't be missing not a minute, not even a second of your evening. You will be back on your couch in front of your Christmas tree. And by the way, look at this Christmas tree.
That's a lovely tree.
Isn't it really?
Yeah.
I realized when I was decorating it this year, I made a Christmas tree, and I thought, oh, wait a minute. I put Skinny up there, who used to be at the Mystic Theater on top of all the speakers up there. Then I realized when I put the light around his neck, I now had Flavor Flav.
Yeah.
And so I've actually got a Flavor Flav skeleton Christmas tree this year. And we'll be bringing that more into effect as we continue next week with my guest Monroe Grisman, who you know Monroe very well, don't you?
Yes, we went to Mill Valley Middle School together.
You see, I'm bringing people over the county line into Sonoma County, teasing them with Sonoma County.
It's like Mill Valley Week.
It is Mill Valley Week. There
yeah.
you go. And then I'm importing Donovan Stark all the way from Southern California.
Great. He's
going to fly up here and with his reindeer, and we're going to have a Stark Raving Christmas.
That sounds great.
That's going to be super great, and that's in a couple weeks. That's on the 21st. And then we're going to be wrapping up my season 9 of Tiny House Live. I'm going to take some time off, and I'm hoping to dive into some more live video projects and come back with some Tiny House Live shows. Maybe not every week, but I think I'll kind of space them out a little bit and just drop in from time to time. Your professor needs a little bit of time off in between Tiny House seasons.
Yeah, you deserve it.
His busy life at Oliver's and catching up with friends and all the new shows coming up that'll be happening in the year 2023. You ready for that?
Yes.
You ready for New Year? Are you optimistic?
I am.
I am too.
Yeah.
I really am. I see things changing in a good direction over here.
I think 23 is gonna be a good year.
That's it. I love it. I believe it. Tammy Bell, thanks for joining us. Love people. Hell yes, Donovan. All right. Love you guys. Thanks for joining us, Ron. You rock. Pawlowski. All right. Hold on to your helmet. Take your protein pills. Put your helmet on. Here you go. Here she goes, folks. Wave goodbye. Goodbye, Teal. Goodbye. Hope you land safe. Don't bounce. She'll be all right. She'll be all right. She's going to be just fine. Everything all right? Oh, you see? I told you everything will be just fine. Just fine. Returning here back to the Inspirational Space Station with your professor. All right, my friends, I'm going to say goodnight to you too. Love you much. Love you dearly. You know why? Because you tune in, you care, you've always got something for me, and I really appreciate you. I appreciate each and every one of you as I return you back to the planet surface. You can see right now we're entering into our space station. I'm going to be dropping you off in the rocket this time with our parachutes. We'll be landing you and me back down to the planet's surface, where we'll pick up with our regular lives and get back on to doing what it is we do every day, going grocery shopping at your favorite Oliver's Market, hitting the post office, eating a good meal. Remember to sleep well. All right, here you go. Good night.